Question number 1, which is during the game with the ball in play, a substitute throws a water bottle in a reckless manner at their opponent who is stood on the field. The opponent, however, sees what's happening and takes evasive action to make sure that they're not hit by the bottle. What should the referee do next? We have 3 options. Do we stop the game, award an indirect free kick and caution the sub? Do we do option 2? We stop the game and award a direct free kick and caution the sub? Or do we stop the game here and award a direct free kick but send off the sub? So in typical online etiquette, if you want to raise your virtual hand, if you want to shout out an answer, please feel free to give a view.
Hello, please, could you please help us restart, or rather say again what the options are? Thank you.
Of course, yeah, of course, William, no problem. So we have 3 options. We can go for option 1. We can stop the game and award an indirect free kick and show a yellow card to the substitute. We can go for option 2, where we stop the game and award a direct free kick and show a yellow card to the substitute. Or we can go for option 3, stop the game and award a direct free kick and send off the substitute and show the red card. Okay, so 3 options, 1 correct answer available. What are we going for?
Hi, so this is Christina Barrow. I'm a netball official, so this is going to go right over my head, I think, to be honest.
Well,
I can guess if you want.
I think it's a healthy way to start tonight.
I don't know. In netball, the player who threw the ball would be at least warned, potentially given 2 minutes off the court for that kind of behaviour.
Okay.
But in football, I don't know. Maybe give him a yellow card. Maybe the number 1.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, Christina, you're educating me here in terms of some rules in netball that I'm unaware of, which I'm very grateful of. So it doesn't feel worthy of a kind of permanent expulsion, a red card, but it's kind of bad enough to warrant that yellow card. We feel that's where we've kind of sort of consolidated this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So correct answer, option 2, we stop the game. We award a direct free kick because it's a physical offence, and we show a yellow card. We caution the sub. So, Christina, you doubt yourself, but we get the right answer there. We get the right outcome because it felt like the right thing to do. There's a parallel in your sport that actually we would put somebody off the court for a couple of minutes there because of that action. So far, so good. 1 out of 1, right? Let's move on. Question number 2. At the start of the game, during the coin toss, the home team refused to communicate with you as the referee. For example, they will not decide either the choice of ends or kickoff. What do you do next as the referee? So the context here is that one of the teams will not call whether they want heads or tails. They're not going to choose either choice of ends or to have kickoff. They are failing to engage with you. We've got 3 options here. Do we insist that the home team make a decision and delay the game until they do? Do we do nothing, but simply offer the coin toss outcome to the opposition instead? Or do we caution the home team captain, show a yellow card for unsporting behaviour, and start the game with an away team kickoff? Again, 1 question, 3 options, which we'll leave on screen just for a few seconds. And then hopefully somebody different this time, other than Christina, to offer some thoughts, views, and opinions. Reese, I know you're in the background, so if anybody's offering a view in any kind of chat and you can pick that up, I'd be really grateful.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't want to shove Ruben under pressure. He had his hand up on the last question.
Ah, very good.
Oh, he's got his hand up now as well.
Yeah, Ruben, unmute.
Hi.
Hi, what are we going for?
I will go with the number 1 because it will be the start of the game. It's the law 10, so sorry, not law 10, the start of the game. So team has to choose anyway. You cannot penalize because the game has not started yet.
Okay, so Ruben, question back to you here, if I can. How long do you delay the kickoff until they make a decision? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, a day? How long are we going to delay? Does this feel like the right thing to do?
Well, no, obviously no. So yeah, I will. Then I should go with number 2.
Number 2. Okay, so
Yeah.
Ruben has reflected here and reflected correctly, because of course, as referees, we don't go looking for problems. You know, we've not even kicked off the game here, have we? So actually, there's no jurisdiction, if you like, to insist that the home team communicate here. Of course, it's preferred, but what we wouldn't do is delay the game in this situation. So we simply do nothing. We turn to the other team and offer them the outcome of the coin toss. Okay, we do not have any power and sort of responsibility here to delay the game until the home team make a decision. So moving on, question number 3. We've got 2 to go after this one. This is a question around during kicks from the penalty mark to determine the winner of the game. The home team player taking the kick deliberately stops after taking their run up and then kicks the ball into the goal. So they've ran, they've stopped, and they've restarted and then kicked the ball into the goal. The offending player who's just done that was already cautioned earlier in the game. What does the referee do next? We have 3 options. Do we stop the game, caution the player, and treat the kick as a miss? Do we stop the game, caution, and then send off the player because they've already received a yellow card earlier in the game and treat the kick as a miss? Or do we stop the game, caution the player, and award a retake of the penalty kick? Again, 1 question, 3 outcomes. These are all scenarios that have happened this season. Williams, you have your hand up, sir. Yes. Remember to unmute yourself. There we go.
Thank you. My name is Williams Essay. Concerning the options, I'm going to go for 2.
2,
because,
okay.
Yes, because you can take the caution during the game to the kick from the penalty mark.
Okay.
Yes, I'll caution the player and record as missed.
Okay, that's fine. Williams, thank you. Thank you for offering a view here. Does anybody want to challenge Williams here with another view?
I will challenge William. I mean, it's penalty kicks from the penalty mark. Sorry, so it will be you should only caution the player, not a sending offense again. That card should not count.
Correct, because of course we must remember that any discipline accrued in the 120 minutes of the game, 90 minutes, whatever it might all be, does then not carry forward into the process where we are in kicks from the penalty mark to determine the winner of the game. So in essence, if a player's already received a yellow card during the game, that then gets wiped for the purpose of kicks from the penalty mark. So in this scenario, we stop the game, we caution the player only, and we treat the kick as a miss. We must not send them off because that's against the laws of the game. Okay, 2 to go. Thank you. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 4. During the taking of a corner kick before play has restarted, a spectator runs onto the field of play and kicks the ball. This is, of course, quite topical at the moment because we have a number of fans running onto the playing area, interfering with play, interfering with the players. But without thinking here, the player taking the corner kick runs after the spectator and in an act of brutality strikes the spectator to the floor so that the stewards can help. What should the referee do next? Does the referee ensure that the spectator leaves the field of play and the game's then restarted with the corner kick? Do the referees here ensure that the spectator is removed and caution the player and show a yellow card? Or does the referee ensure that the spectator is removed, sends off the player and restarts with the corner? 3 options. 1, 2, or 3. What's our thoughts here on this one? Okay, let's go to, I think we have a hand up from, is it Banjai? Banjai, good evening.
Good evening.
Banjai, good evening. What are we going for, 1, 2, or 3?
I'm going for the option number 3.
Option number 3, why? Tell me your thought process.
I think going by your question, the spectator only ran to the field and not in any attempt to kick the ball or the player. So in my own little understanding, I don't understand why would a player leave his line of duty and go after a spectator who has nothing to do with the ball or stopping the ball.
Yeah, okay.
So
and
I think
Banjo,
the referee should ensure the spectator is...
Okay, and Banjo, what's the key word?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's the key word in the question that allows you to know this is a red card offence? What's the sort of word that we've chosen to describe what the player does?
I think that's a violent conduct.
Yeah, act of brutality, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. So, of course, as we've heard here, the correct answer, option number 3, the referee ensures that the spectator is removed, sends off the player for violent conduct, and restarts with a corner kick. Well done. Thanks, Banjai.
Yeah, exactly.
Final question, question number 5, where we have an attacking player who is advancing towards goal. They lose one of their shoes as they are challenged for the ball. Player then passes to their teammate, who directly shoots and scores. Is the referee right to award the goal in this scenario? Yes or no? So an attacking player advancing towards goal, they lose one of their boots, their trainers. The player then passes to a teammate who immediately shoots and scores. Is the referee right to award a goal here or not? See if we can get an answer off somebody who's not given a view so far. Michael, good evening. Michael, unmute yourself and tell me what you think.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah,
Good evening,
I'll go with number 2.
Okay, so you're happy to award the goal here, Michael?
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Because during the game, if a player loses one of his shoes, you cannot sanction the player, but you can allow the player to go on until the ball goes out of play, where the player can go back and put on the shoe.
Excellent. And when must the player put on their footwear? What's the sort of latest that they can? When can they put their footwear back on, Michael? I'm not sure if Michael's picked us up there, but of course I've got the correct answer. This is permitted in the laws of the game, but the player, of course, must put their footwear back on, of course, before the game is restarted. At their earliest opportunity, but at least before the game is restarted. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Michael. Pop yourself back on mute. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, so now we've got our minds and brains into referee mode with those quick questions. I always kind of say to the match officials that we train here in England around the need to know the laws of the game in written format, the demands, the pressures on us to know the laws of the game inside out, have that very detailed and thorough knowledge of the laws of the game will only ever get greater as you progress in your refereeing career. So don't neglect the opportunity to stay on top of your law knowledge.